Hello world, welcome to my channel. This is just a video on something I don't really know about, but I bought a Milwaukee knife sharpener the other day because I'm useless at sharpening knives, and I'm going to try and sharpen a couple of my knives up, and a collection of knives I have, like this one. This is a Milwaukee fastback folding knife, and several others, that one, and multi-tools. Well, I hope you like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Cheers. So the Milwaukee knife sharpener comes with a coarse and fine positions. So I'm going to try them out and see if I can get one to work. This one here is a Gerber. It is blunt as blunt can be. So I'm going to try the coarse one first. It's got a magnetic back on it. Should really. I'm going to have to jeez, give it timber or something. Oh, that seems to work better than it was. Anyway, I need it to fix the fly spring door I'm doing. Seemed to work alright. Wasn't perfect, it needs to be a bit more on the end of it. I'll get a block of wood if I'm sharpening the other so I don't keep it in the metal. But the magnetic base is good. The finger grip is good, thumb grip, you can pull it through like that. Yeah, it'll work for a while. That's a Gerber knife I've got. I use that in my toolbox all the time, stripping wires and things like that. Okay, this is my collection of knives. I'm just going to run through it. I use quite a few of them all the time, and some of them I've just got recently, so I'm just going to run through them now. Okay, I'm going to go through these knives I have and talk about them. So the first one is this one here. You can see it. It's a 250 gram knife. It's a tactical camping hunting knife. Folding knife, got a pocket clip just here. You can put it on your pocket. It is stainless steel and it's got a wooden insert there. Not a true wood, I suppose, it would be a plastic wood, and they have a good swing action on them. Just go like that and it opens up so you can see it there. Now it is an automat KALASHINIKOV14. I'll just show you that there, that's what it says. Now it's a 230 millimeters from the tip to the bottom. The blade length is 97 millimeters. The handle is about 13.5. Has a seat belt cutter on it just there, a wire cutter, I assume. And it's a HRC of 50, hardness of 58. So they're a nice knife, good feeling knife, and it's got a good action on it. So yeah, all you do is do that and you flick the blade and it's open, locked in place. Get stuck in a car, you can break it. There's a little pointy end on here. Hit the window and break the window like that. So I got 2 of those, and I like them. Now these were $20.75 each from eBay. Most of my knives are under $30. Most of my things are under $30. I like collect knives, I use knives, but my knowledge of knives isn't fantastic. I buy them because they look good and they work. So that's those 2 knives. Okay, there's another one I bought recently. It's a cold steel knife and it's called a Black Sable. Now I like these knives, I love them. I've got the smaller variety, which is these. You can see the difference in them. I bought 3 of these several years ago. They're in my fish and tackle boxes, and one is this one I use all the time around the house. It's even got a bit of silicone on it still. Just here where I've cut silicone with it, silicone tube. So, and I love these knives. The small one here, I'll start with the small one. It's 155 millimeters long, 155 when it's open. So between the tip of there and the tip of here is 155 millimeters. The blade length is 65 millimeters. 80 millimeter handle, of course, and aluminium. These have got aluminium handles. That one and that one have aluminium handles. It's got a belt clip as well on the back. Little belt clip, pocket clip. A 56 HRC hardness, and this one here is 70 grams. You know, to release it, you push that, of course, and then fold the blade up. Place to put a lanyard or something if you want to have it like that. And then the action is like this. Okay. You hold it one-handed and go like that. That's open. Now these ones here were $10.33 each, but this is my go-to knife for fishing and camping. I use it all the time, but I got 3 of these. I think they're fantastic knives. Stainless steel blades, cold steel blades. .5mm thick. That's that one. This is the bigger brother of it. Not that one, this one here. This is the bigger brother of it. It's got a belt clip, as I said, aluminium handle, stainless steel blade, cold steel blade it is. And these knives are made by Ray Cutlery, handcrafted in the USA. So that's what it says it's there. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm going to have a look at the video when I finish. So that's what they say there. And they're just a beautiful looking knife. It says cold steel on the blade there. Designed by Ray Cutlery there. And it's just a beautiful looking knife. Tactical knife. This bigger one is 120 grams and it cost me $14.90. But they're my favourite knives, these ones. That and the small one. This is the one I was sharpening earlier. It's a Gerber. Paraframe folding knife. Now it's 133mm long from there to there with a 50mm blade on it. It's stainless steel, and this one cost me $28 from BCF. But I wanted a little knife to go in my toolbox, lightweight but stainless steel, and I've had it for about 6 years, and that's why I was sharpening it, because it was blunt. But it's a good little knife, but I'm happy with that one for my toolbox. This one is the Milwaukee. I bought the other day, Milwaukee tactical knife. It is a fastback, it's called Milwaukee fastback. Now it's 190mm long, and the blade is a 70mm blade on it only. Stainless steel body and stainless steel handle. That one there cost me $33 from Sydney Tools. I've seen them on the internet a lot dearer, but it's Milwaukee fastback knife, Sydney Tools for $33. Cameo. It also comes with a belt clip. You can see the belt clip on the back. Blade locks in place until you push the button, until you unclip it and lock it in place. Now it won't come undone. You have to push the button to undo that, then you can unlock it. But it won't come undone until you push this little button on the side just there. But it's a good feeling knife. That's my latest one I just bought. This is the Cameo knife I've had from one of the other tool shops. It's got a belt clip. It's got a nice pattern in the side of it. It just pulls out. Now it's a wolf knife, called a wolf. So it's 200mm long from the tip to the bottom, and 85mm blade on it, 85mm blade, stainless steel, and it's a hardness of 58 HRC, same as the this one's a hardness of 58 as well. and it's a really good knife to hold in your hands. Just feels nice, but it would not be my go-to. The other Black Sabre would be my go-to knives, but I've only just got a few of these, so that's that one there. This is one that I bought my son when he was small, to teach him about knives when he went camping and how to use them and all that. And then as he grew up, he didn't want it anymore, and he just put it in a drawer. Well, he's left home and I found it again, and it's a Victorinox, Victorinox knife, a Swiss Army knife, multi-tool, and it's the Huntsman. It's got blades on it here, and you can get them out. Yeah, it's got a bottle opener there, and it's got blades up here, corkscrews, Phillips drives there, and you name it, it's got it on here. Bit hard to get them out, but yeah, it's had a bit of wear and tear on it, where you chisel something away on it. But yeah, that's another one from my collection. Okay, now that was that tool I was showing you earlier. It's a Milwaukee knife sharpener. So you put your thumb through there, and depends if you're left or right handed, then pull it through and pull it through and pull it through. So one is coarse and one is fine. I'm not good at sharpening knives, so I'll try this for a while and see how it goes. Now, other knives I have are box cutters I use at work as well. This one here is a Irwin. Opens it up, and it takes utility knife blades like that. You put blades like that in it, and replaceable blades, locks in place, and then to release it you push here. The release, push it there, and releases it. Got a belt clip as well. You can see the wear and tear on that. I've had that many years, and I just keep putting new blades in it. Heavy, but it does its job. This one is a similar one, tiny bit lighter. It's a king chrome. It's got a belt clip as well. It locks in place. Yeah, and you just change the blades on them. Just pop this up here. Just going to change the blade on this one. That opens up there. That pulls down. Opens up this way. I don't want to get cut. You open that up, take that old blade out, pretty rusty, using it around water, slip the new blade in. It only goes one way. Those two little cutouts at the top go into the two plugs. Slip that back over there, and that back down there, and then you got a new blade in it. Do the same for this one. Open this up, slip this one down, take the blade out, give it a clean up, put a new blade in there, and slot that back up and that back down, and then you got another new blade in there. So they're brand new blades in there, nice and sharp. And that's how do you change box cutter blades without sharpening them. $1 each, 5 for $5, and you can always have a sharp knife in your toolbox. It's in place. Now the this Irwin one, it feels a lot better. It's got a place to put your thumb on top when you're using it, just there, and you can use it really well and feels good in the hand. This one here doesn't feel good. It's okay, but that's probably why it's so worn, because it was my go-to knife. I know, I've probably had that 7 years, 8 years, I'd say, maybe longer. This one here is probably not as old, but yeah, they're replaceable blade knife, box cutters I call them. Now they're generally around $20 each. If you get a Bunnings in Australia, they're $20, and a pack of blades $5 for 5 blades, $1 each blade, so you can have it sharp all the time if you've got blades. Now this is one I've had for a couple of years. I keep this permanently in my car. It's a Gerber suspension multi-tool. Open it up, little pouch. Now I paid $55 for this multi-tool. You open it up like that, and you get a pair of pliers. And then you have, yeah, the trouble is getting these out is hard, but you got a couple of saws in here, you got screwdrivers, you got a pair of scissors in here, wire cutters in there, and a bottle opener in there. Everything's in there, but I've got to get something to open them up like that there. You open that up there, and that's, I've got no idea what that is. I could probably use it as a screwdriver, flat bladed screwdriver. And that's the bottle opener. That's one of the saws on it. Scissors just here, you open them up and get scissors out, chop them. Wire cutters, I suppose. Might be wire cutters. I thought they were scissors. Put them all down again, and on the other side you've got knives. I said they're hard to get open, so you've got a knife there, really sharp. Flat bladed screwdriver. A Phillips screwdriver. Another saw. That stays in my car, so I don't have to get into the toolbox, which is under the false floor. I can just pick this up and use it whenever I want it, and generally it's only do a small job, so it's quite handy to have that where I can put my hands on it. Gerber suspension multi-tool. Now this one here is a knife I bought only and solely because it looks good. You look at it's in a pouch. It's stitched, hand stitched, not leather, but it's yeah, I don't know what type of material it is, but it's a good nylon type material, but it's hand stitched. And you pull it out here, and you can see that. Look at that. The wooden handle, you can see it. See the handle, the workmanship that went into that. This come from China. Beautiful knife. That's called a Columbia fixed knife, and it's got SA48. I don't know what that means on it, but it's 310 millimeters long. 180 blade and 130 handle on it. That's heavy. I just thought it looked cool. Yeah, it's you can see a Columbia. And look at that workmanship on that handle. Inserts of a wooden handle, and just beautiful it is. Look at it. Yeah, I think it's great. That's a stainless steel blade as well, and designed on a USA Sabre, I think, from memory. But it's a Chinese knife, and a Jin Lane company made it. But yeah, as I said, I bought it because it looked so cool. Look at it. Look at the workmanship of those inlets, inserts, and the wooden handle. I'm not sure what I paid for that. That was a few years ago I bought it, but I just bought it because it looked good. So, okay, to sum it all up, the Black Sabre knives, they're 120 grams, cold steel, one hand opening, lock in position, belt clips, stainless steel blades, aluminium body. A big one and a smaller one like that. They also have one action opening, and belt clips, and the 65mm. It's a 155 millimeter knife and a 65mm blade, 80mm handle, aluminium handle, and 56 hardness. And that weighs only 70 grams. Well, this one here weighs 120 grams. But they're my go-to knives that I use all the time. Then you've got these ones here. They're tactical knives, breaking windows, cutting seat belts and wires, a wooden insert like that, belt clips, and also they got one-handed action, but because they're so new they don't open as easily. But once I'll oil them up a bit and get them working. So, and I got a couple of those. I got this Milwaukee fast back knife. Got to push the button to open it. Nice knife in the hand, little short stub blade. Yes, and they're $33 those. And then you have a Wolf knife, a bit longer blade, 200mm and 85mm blade on it. Yeah, the Gerber suspension knife, multi-tool there, box cutters there, and another box cutter, and this one from China is my favourite looking knife. Beautiful it is, gorgeous. And a little Gerber here, paraframe folding knife, 133mm long, 50mm blade, 43 grams only in weight, stainless steel body and blade, and they all have a hardness of around about 58 HRC. The Milwaukee knife sharpener, and the Victorinox Swiss Army knife. And that's my collection of knives. Okay, well, I'm not a knife expert. I collect knives, I use knives, and I go camping and fishing and work, and I like looking at knives. That looks beautiful. That one looks beautiful. These are great, light, easy to use. And I got a knife sharpener now to sharpen them. But this is the one I have for work most of the time because it's light, small, and fits in. And it was just so blunt, I sharpened it the other day. So, yeah, so that's the Gerber multi-tool. Well, anyway, enough about it. I hope you liked this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Cheers.